I'm wondering,
So,
you're someone who served. When you hear that audio clip that I just played of J.D. Vance comparing Donald Trump to a Marine, you're someone who served. What goes through your mind?
it's straight propaganda, you know. And unfortunately, it's propaganda that works, right? Because if it didn't work, Trump wouldn't be sitting where he's sitting. Um, I'm sure Ron and many of us other veterans on the left are going to point out all of the things that Donald Trump has done to negatively affect not just our active duty military, but our veterans, retirees, the VA. Like, stop paying attention to the words this guy's using and pay more attention to what he's doing, because he is not for the military unless he can use us in some way politically, then he loves us.
Right. That's a really good point that you make. I don't know what goes through your mind when you heard that clip for the first time, but I would imagine you must have been pretty upset.
Yeah, definitely upset. I mean, that was the first thing. I was really pretty furious, and I think I fired off an F-bomb there in my tweet, which I don't do very often, but sometimes I do. Yeah, that was gross. I don't know what Vance's experience was in the Marines. I know he briefly served as a correspondent, a junior enlisted man, taking photographs and writing press releases at division headquarters in a nice air-conditioned building. That was different than my experience. So maybe his supervisors were a little bit different than mine, because mine did not in any way resemble Donald Trump. I was just looking up, because the Marine Corps has these like leadership traits, 14 leadership traits that are hammered into us. In fact, we have to memorize these and recite them. 14 leadership traits of Marines. So here they are. And you could tell me, if Trump embodies these: justice, good judgment, dependable, takes initiative, decisiveness, tact, integrity, enthusiasm, bearing, how you carry yourself, unselfishness, courage, knowledge, loyalty, and endurance. Those are the leadership traits. So no, I mean, Donald Trump wouldn't last 5 minutes in the Marine Corps. So it's just sad that someone like Vance has to take his, and this was an interview he was doing with Laura Trump, right?
Yep.
That he has to take his ass kissing. He has to drag the Marine Corps into his ass kissing set.